here we go. Full AK-47 skin tier list. As you guys know, I did the most underrated skins, the top 5 most underrated skins for the AKs. I decided I'm going to just do a full tier list of all the AK skins. Obviously, this is my opinion. You're allowed to have different opinions. Please let me know how bad my takes are in the comments below. But we're just going to jump right into it, starting off with the AK case hardened. So the thing about the AK case hardened, right, is there's two sides to this, right? There's the normal one that you're probably only ever gonna see, right? Then there's the 661. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think the 661 is obviously an S tier skin, right? I mean, it's got the rarity, it looks good in game, it's so recognizable. However, the base AK case hardened dude is like a DC for me. Like, it's not a great looking skin. You know what I mean? I think that averages out to a B for me. Like I said, AK case hardened 661 S tier. Literally your run-in-the-mill normal everyday case hardened DC. So averages out to a B tier. The red laminate. So this is an interesting one. For a long time, I always said that this was my favorite laminate skin. I still really like it, but for some reason, I think that it has just kind of fallen for me a little bit. It's just not as good as it was to me at one point. I think it's still a good skin. I don't think it's anything above C tier. The black lamb is a weird one. It's really nice. It was kind of like the go-to, you know, black template skin for stickers and stuff before the slate came out. So there's definitely that to it. But now, man, I think it's C tier. Honestly, the black lamb, it's a skin. You know what I mean? What is this? This is the jungle spray, I believe, the jungle siege. This thing, I mean, it's a skin, I guess. It's F tier, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's F tier. The predator, F tier. Like, they're just not good. You know what I mean? Like, I would literally rather have a default AK with some random skins on it than have these skins, personally. The fire serpent. The thing about the fire serpent is it has the OG nostalgia. It was like the creme de la creme for so long. And then for a long time, it became really popular to kind of hate on this skin. I think that there was a good stint where people were saying like, oh, the fire serpent sucks. It's terrible. If it came out tomorrow, we'd all hate it. Which I agree. However, just for the pure nostalgia value, it's gotta be at least a B tier. At least a B tier. I think I'm gonna put it in A tier just because it has like that, that X factor, you know, the nostalgia. It's the AK fire serpent, you know what I mean? The safari mesh. The safari mesh skins, I feel like, are the like best of the bad skins, you know what I mean? Like, memes aside and everything, you know, I genuinely do think it's an all right skin, and I think that there is room to combo it with other things. However, it's still D tier. Like, it's not a good skin, it's just the best bad skin. It's like the first skin that I would say is objectively better than the default AK. AK Blue Lamb. Now, this is definitely my favorite laminate skin. Honestly, I think a big part of that is just because of all the stickers that are on it, you know, and like I mean, if you've played Counter-Strike, you've had a Blue Lamb, you know what I mean? If you started playing anywhere between like 2012 to like 2016, you've owned a Blue Lamb, probably multiple. You might still have one to today. With that said, it's not like it's a great skin, but it's definitely better than the other laminate skins. And I think for that reason, I'm gonna put it in B tier. The red line. You already know I'm a sucker for these like super clean, aesthetic, like simple skins, man. They're so nice to me. I seriously love them. Some of my favorite skins are just so simple, so clean. This red line, it also has the same like nostalgia factor as the fire serpent. You know, it was used as currency back in the day in like the early days of trading. It was worth 2 keys. It was worth $5. I personally remember it a lot. Or I'd get $10 from like a family member, and I'd go to OP Skins, buy a red line, and throw it on a gambling site and lose it instantly. That's honestly a lot of my remembrance of the red line. I've also owned multiple of these. You obviously just slap some face stickers on it like you think you're the GOAT. I think it's a great skin. Do I think it's A tier? Oof. I don't think so. I think if it is, it's either high B or low A for me. The Vulcan, S tier. I mean, it has everything you want. It's got the clean pattern. It's one of a kind. It's got the nostalgia factor. It's got the rarity to it. It's like, what doesn't the Vulcan have? That, like, what more could you want from an AK skin, or a skin in general, than the AK Vulcan? Seriously, the Vulcan, I don't care. Undisputed S tier. It is so good. Literally so good. The Emerald Pinstripe. The Emerald Pinstripe to me has always been like the laminate's cousin that nobody really talks about. You know, like, you know it exists, but you just don't really like pay it any mind. I don't think it's a bad skin. It just has a lot left to be desired, I think. I think objectively it's a better skin than the Black Lamb, but I think I'd rather have a Black Lamb. So I'm going to put it in C tier under the Black Lamb. The Jet Set is an interesting one. I think this skin clean without any extra stickers on it, instant A tier. Like, it's a good looking skin. It's kind of a weird skin. I don't think that they've ever really done anything like it, but for some reason, I can't like justify putting it in A tier in my head. I think it's a high B tier. Personally, the First Class, like I said, sucker for these clean design skins. However, for some reason with the First Class, it just doesn't really do it for me. Like, if I see a First Class in game, I'm not like, oh my god, this guy has a First Class, you know what I mean? It's just kind of a skin. It's a nice skin. It's a good skin, I think, but it's not like amazing. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier behind the Case Hardened. The AK Jaguar. This is a weird one. This skin kind of sucks, low key. I think if it wasn't for nostalgia, this skin would actually be like F tier. But I think it being an OG skin does bring it at least to like a C tier, you know, especially with like the I Buy Power crafts on it. I don't know. I think that it's an interesting skin. It's got a lot of history. That's what gets it to the C tier. I don't think the skin itself gets it anything past C tier. That skin kind of sucks. The AK Wasteland Rebel. If you saw my underrated AK skins video, you would know I actually put this as one of the most underrated skins. I don't think it's above a B tier though, still. I think it's a great skin. I think it's really clean. I think it's good to combo with things like, you know, if you're going for a simple loadout, I think that the Wasteland Rebel can definitely have a place in that, but I don't think it's anything better than B tier. The AK Cartel is an interesting one. This skin is very clean. It's nostalgic. It kind of has everything you want from a very mid-tier AK. It's still mid-tier for sure, but it's a nice skin. It's a really nice skin. I think I'm going to put it in B tier under the First Class. I think that the First Class is a little more standoutish than the Cartel. The Elite build. I love the Elite build. It's so cheap. It's so clean. It's such a good skin, dude. Like, if you want a black skin and you don't want to put stickers on it, get an Elite build. You know what I mean? Like, the Slate is just a black skin ultimately when you compare it to that. The Elite build has more character than the Slate. It has more texture. It's such a good skin. It's such an underrated skin. I almost want to put it in A tier, but I know that it's not an A tier skin. I'm going to put it underneath the red line in B tier, I think. Aquamarine Revenge, instant A tier. This skin is beautiful. This is a great skin. I actually almost put this on my underrated tier list skins. I ended up putting it as an honorable mention just because I think a lot of people know how good the Aquamarine Revenge is. Just a lot of people don't buy it. I love that skin though. Absolutely fantastic skin. The Hydroponic, I mean, you know, you gotta put it in S tier. You gotta. It's the Hydroponic, dude. It's so nostalgic. It's like the AK skin. You know what I mean? Like, if you played Counter-Strike from like in 2015, similar to the Vulcan, like, you know the Hydroponic and you probably wanted one. The Frontside Misty is a weird one. I don't think it's a bad skin. It's not a good skin either though. I mean, it's a C tier skin. Fun fact about the Frontside Misty though, shortly after the Shadow case came out, I actually opened a couple of them and I got a Stat Track Frontside Misty, and it was the most expensive skin I had unboxed for a long time. Not a bad skin though, definitely not a bad skin. The Point Disarray, similarly to the Frontside Misty, it's not a bad skin, but it's not a good skin either. Like, it's just kind of a skin. You know what I mean? It's a very, very mid skin. I think that it is a little bit better than the Frontside Misty though, but I don't think it's like a tier above it. The Fuel Injector definitely is going to be an A tier skin. The Fuel Injector, it's super clean. It's very desirable. It's a really, really nice skin. It's really the only like skin like it, you know, like the Fuel Injector. There's what, the Tech 9 and the AK. Like, there's not really many other skins like the Fuel Injector line. So I think it's definitely an A tier skin. Great skin. The Neon Revolution is weird. For some reason, I think it looks better in CS2 than it did in CSGO, but it doesn't look good. Similarly to the Point Disarray and the Frontside Misty, I think, but I think it is better than both of them. Just because it's a unique color. The pink color, it is kind of unique, so I think that it gets a little bit more points. It tried to do something different, but overall, it's just not a very good skin. The Bloodsport is definitely one of the best AKs in the skin, like undoubtedly one of the best AK skins in the game. However, I feel like it is a little bit overdone. Like, I see it a lot, but it is like the red AK. You know what I mean? It is a great skin. So definitely putting in A tier. The Orbit MK2, dude. This skin, if I see this skin in game one more time, I might actually go back to Valorant. Like, I'm not kidding, bro. This skin is dog ass. I don't know why everybody buys this skin. I would literally rather see an emerald pinstripe in my game than another fucking Orbit MK, dude. This skin is dog shit. Stop using this skin. The Empress is an instant A tier. I get it. Okay, controversial take. A lot of people say it's overrated. I disagree, dude. This skin is beautiful. The artwork on it is so good. Honestly, you should be thankful I'm not putting it in S tier. This skin is fantastic. Neon Rider is an S tier for me. It's literally, it's my favorite AK in the game. It's so nice. The color scheme on it is so good. You match it with some Vice gloves, like the blue and the pink. It's such a nice skin, dude. The blue and the pink vibe is just so clean, dude. I seriously love it. Fantastic skin. The Safety Net is a very interesting skin. I think it had a lot of potential. It's not a bad skin. I think if the mag was white, like the barrel, it would be a much better skin. But I think as it sits now, I think I'm going to put it in C tier above the Emerald Pinstripe, but below the laminate skins. AK Asimov is 100%. Ooh, actually, I was going to put it in A tier, but now I'm kind of second guessing myself. It might be top of B tier. I think it's the worst Asimov rifle in the game. Like, I think the M4 and the AWP are way better, but I don't think it's a bad skin. Like, I think it's a good skin. Ooh, I think I'm going to leave it in A tier. A tier, I think it's a good place for A tier. What is this skin called? The Uncharted? The Uncharted is just the AK skin you buy when you need an AK skin. You know what I mean? It's very much so just the AK skin. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it. It's not a bad skin, I guess. It's just very run-in-the-mill. It's just a skin. You know what I mean? I think I'm actually going to put it in D tier. I was going to put it in C tier, but I think it's more D tier. Wild Lotus, instant S tier. I'm going to put it in front of the Vulcan. I think it's the best S tier skin in the game. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful skin. They really killed it with the artwork on it. It's got the rarity. It's got the pricing to it. Odds are you're probably never going to see one of these in your ranked game. You know what I mean? Like, it's the Wild Lotus. You can't not put it in S tier. The Rat Rod is a weird one. I think that this was, or is, rapidly approaching the same status of the Orbit MK, or whatever it's called. Yeah, the MK1. I kept saying MK2, but it's MK1. The Orbit MK, I think that it's approaching that. I feel like I've seen the Rat Rod too much. It's just like the AK skin. You know what I mean? I think that the Uncharted is undoubtedly a better skin. I would personally rather have a Safari Mesh than either the Orbit or the Rat Rod, but that's just me. It's just an AK skin. When you need an AK skin, you go buy a Rat Rod or an MK1 or an Uncharted. You know what I mean? The Barbecue Purple. This skin is actually a really, really clean and nice skin. This is definitely going to be a B tier skin for me. I think I'm going to put it right in front of the Wasteland Rebel. It's a very unique skin. There's not many like it. So it's a great skin though. The Phantom Disruptor is very much similar to the MK and the Rat Rod. However, this one actually looks like a half decent skin. Like if you want an AK skin, you go buy a Phantom Disruptor. It's cheap, it's clean, it's not that bad. With that said, it's still a C tier. It's a skin. Actually, I'm gonna put it in front of the laminates. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it with the other pink AKs, the front side, the Phantom Disruptor, and the Neon Rev. I think that it's like in there. Low-key, I think it's better than all these skins. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's at the top of C tier. The Legion of Anubis is definitely one of the bottom tier red AKs in the game, but it's still a great looking skin. Like it's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of the Empress as far as the artwork goes, but it definitely does look cluttered at times, I think, and I can definitely see that. But I mean, this thing's like $4. Like, it's not a bad skin. It's a really nice skin. The Legion of Anubis is definitely slept on, man. The X-Ray. Where do I even put this skin, dude? It's a skin. That's really all I have to say about it. It's not like, I'm not one of those people that absolutely hate it. I'm also not one of the people that absolutely love it. I can appreciate it for what it is. You know, I see what they were trying to do, but for some reason, you compare this to like the M4 X-Ray, right? The M4 X-Ray, like it actually looks like there is like depth to the gun. You know what I mean? With this gun, it literally looks like they just slapped a sticker on it. Like, it doesn't look good. I think that they could have done so much better with it. I think I'm going to put it in C tier. The Panthera Anka. This skin is actually a really nice skin. The texturing on the wood grain is really nice. It's super beautiful. I think I'm going to put it in A tier right in front of the Empress. It's a great skin. 10 out of 10. The Slate. The Slate. As it sits, it's just a black skin. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like a clean skin too. I think that the Slate by itself is C tier. However, it being the perfect canvas for sticker crafts brings it to a B tier for me, I think. Just below the AK Blue Lamb. It's kind of like the new age Blue Lamb. I think that a lot of people used to use the Black Lamb and the Blue Lamb to put stickers on. Now it's the Slate. The Elite, what is this skin even called? The Elite Mortos or something like that? Mortos? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to butcher it. I'm not even going to try. This skin is hot ass, bro. This is a top of D tier. Actually, yeah, top of D tier. I can see what the artist was trying to do with it. Like, I can see the vision. However, the execution was just not there for me at all. This skin is butt cheek, bro. This skin is ass. The Gold Arabesque. I personally love the Gold Arabesque. However, I can understand that it's not a great looking gold skin. I think that, I don't understand, like the MAC 10 gold brick looks so good compared to the Golden Arab, or the Gold Arab. It doesn't, like the Arabesque, it could have been so good. Even if they used like the gold that's on like the Be the Monster on the Arab, like it would have just been so much better. But it's still a great skin to me. Like if I was given this skin, I would use it until it dies. You know what I mean? The Green Lamb, I don't think I've ever seen a Green Lamb in game in my life. I'm just gonna put it with the other laminate skins. I think I'm gonna put it, yeah, I'm gonna put it as the last laminate skin. The bottom laminate skin. If I saw it more, maybe I'd like it more. I mean, I like green skins, but I just don't see it very much. So I don't really have an opinion. The Nightwish, when it's in perfect wear, this skin actually has an interesting like tint to it. Like it almost has a, what's that called? Like reflective property to it. But you don't see it like that in game. Whenever you see the skin in game, it's battle scarred. It looks like shit. This skin is ass. This skin is bottom of C tier, maybe even top of D tier. Actually, I'm putting the Elite above it, that ass. It is a D tier skin. The Cold-Blooded is very much similar to the Phantom Disruptor, the Point Disarray, and the Neon Revolution. However, the difference is this skin actually looks pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and put this at the top of, I'm gonna put it at the top of C tier because it's in line with the other like pink AK skins as just being like AK skins, you know what I mean? But it's not, it's a good one. It kind of looks like a Vandal from Valorant, but that's okay. The Headshot is an interesting one. I think that it's the best, like it's one of the better bad red AKs, if that makes sense. I don't think it's above a C tier though. I think that it's kind of in line with these pink skins. I think it's right behind them, to be honest. Like I'd rather have a frontside Misty than a Headshot, but I'd rather have a Headshot than like a safety net. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to slot it there. The Steel Delta, I think, had a lot of potential to it, but I don't think the execution was fantastic. I don't think it's a bad skin, but I don't think it's like above a C tier. I think it's like right in line with the Lambs, honestly. I'm gonna actually put it above the Red Lamb. I think it's a little bit better than it, just because it's a little bit cleaner of a or it's like it's a clean design. It's not a bad skin. It's not trying to be something it's not, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it in C tier. The Inheritance is definitely an A tier skin. I think it's a little bit better than the Fuel Injector, but a little bit worse than the Bloodsport. When it first came out, I actually hated this skin. I was like, this looks like shit. This skin sucks. But the more I saw it in game, I really found an appreciation and a love for it. The red, the white, the golden like charm to it. Oof, beautiful skin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skin. Great skin. The Be the Monster is gonna be a controversial. Sorry that this picture is so much bigger than the other pictures. I had to take these 3 myself because this list was a little outdated. But the Be the Monster is an A tier skin. 100%. It's actually even better than the Inheritance for me. I love this color scheme. The purple, the pink, the blue, the green with the monster on it, the gold like outlining. This is a beautiful skin. I need to own one of these skins in my life, dude. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know why people don't like it. I love it. The Crossfade, I think that it's going to soon become one of the skins that's just like an AK skin, you know, similar to your Orbit MK, your Uncharted, your Rat Rod, your Ice Cold. But I think right now, as it sits, I think it's a bottom B tier skin. It's a nice skin. You know, it's very clean with the color. Like, it's very simple design with the color and everything. But it's a nice skin. It's definitely a nice skin. I just realized I forgot the Outsiders. That's my bad. But back to the, what is this skin called? The Olive Polycam. The Olive Polycam, I don't really have an opinion on this skin. I'm just going to put it in C tier, honestly. I think it's better than the Pinstripe. Better than the Safety Net. Not better than the Green Lamb, though. I think that's where it's going to get slotted in. It's not a bad skin. It's a nice skin. The Outsiders, I think it's worse than the Crossfade. I think it's worse than the Ice Cold. Worse than the X-Ray. I think it's better than the Headshot, though. Better than the Frontside Misty. Better than the Point Disarray. I think it's in line with the Neon Revolution. I think it's about there. I think that is everything. I may have missed 1 or 2. I don't think I did, though. I think that should be all of them. I almost missed the Outsider, but we caught it last second, so we're good. But yeah, that's my list right there. Wild Lotus in S. So the S tier consists of the Wild Lotus, the Vulcan, the Hydroponic, and the Neon Rider. A tier is the Fire Serpent, the Bloodsport, the Be the Monster, Inheritance, Fuel Injector, Aquamarine Revenge, Panthera Anka, something like that. The Empress, the Asimov. B tier is the Golden Arab, the Jet Set, the Legion of Anubis, the Red Line, the Elite Build, the Case Hardened, the purple, what is it? The Botesque Purple, something like that. Wasteland Rebel, First Class, Cartel, Slate, Blue Lamb, Crossfade. C tier is gonna be the Ice Cold, the X-Ray, Phantom Disruptor, Neon Revolution, Outsider, Point Disarray, Frontside Misty, Headshot, Steel Delta, Steel Delta, Red Lamb, Black Lamb, Green Lamb, Olive Polycam, Safety Net, Emerald Pinstripe, Jaguar. D tier is the Elite, the Nightwish, Uncharted, Safari Mesh, Orbit MK, Rat Rod, and then the F tier is the Predator and the Jungle Siege. Let me know in the comments below how bad my takes are, if I should have switched anything around. Let me know. But hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.